Hi everyone. In this video, we will be looking into a game between Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen and Grandmaster Vladimir Fedoseev from the round 9 of FIDE Olympiad 2024 between Slovenia and Norway. Let's jump right into the game. Magnus Carlsen, starting with the white pieces, go for 1 d4. Fedoseev replies with d5, knight to f3, c5, c4, c takes on d4, c takes on d5, knight to f6, knight takes on d4, knight takes on d5, e4, knight to f6, bishop to b5 with check, bishop to d7, knight to c3, e5, bishop takes on d7 with check, king takes on d7, knight to f5, king takes on d1 with check, king takes on d1, knight to c6, bishop to g5, knight to g4, king to e2, f6, bishop to h4, h5, f3, knight to h6, bishop to f2, knight takes on f5, e takes on f5. Fedoseev goes for long castling, rook on h to d1, rook takes on d1, rook takes on d1, h4, king to d3, rook to h5, king to e4, rook to g5, rook to g1, g6, bishop takes on h4, g takes on f5 with check, king to d5, rook to g6, king to e6, bishop to c5, rook to h1, knight to d4 with check, king to d5, b6, f4, king to d7. So if you look at this position, after 28 moves into the game, Fedoseev is having a slight advantage of minus 0.5. The right continuation here for Magnus Carlsen is to trade off the pawn on e5, like f takes on e5. Instead, he will go for g4, and this is a huge mistake. And now after this move, Fedoseev is having a winning advantage, minus 4.1. The right continuation here for Fedoseev is he can move this knight to c2. When Carlsen tried off the pawns, g takes on f5, rook can come to g4, and bishop will go and capture on f6, rook takes on f4, bishop to g5, knight to e3 with check, king takes on e3, rook takes on f5 with check, king to e4, and rook takes on g5. So at the end of the trade, Fedoseev will be up a piece. But unfortunately, Fedoseev also missed this trick, and due to time scramble, Fedoseev goes for f takes on g4. And they continues with f takes on e5, f takes on e5, knight to e4, knight to f3, knight takes on c5 with check, b takes on c5, bishop to g3, rook to d6 with check, king takes on c5, rook to d2. So now if you look at this position, after 34 moves, Fedoseev is having a slight advantage of minus 0.9. So the right continuation here for Magnus Carlsen is to push his pawns, push his A pawn and B pawn, and try to create a counterplay as he's having a pawn majority on that side. But instead he will play a mistake due to time scramble, and he has to play 6 moves inside 2 minutes, and he will play a rook to c1, and this is a mistake. And from here on, Fedoseev is having a winning advantage of minus 4, and he continues with king to e6, rook to c4, king to f5, rook to a4, knight takes on h2, bishop takes on h2, rook takes on h2, rook takes on a7, rook takes on b2. So at the end of the trade, we have headed into an endgame, and Fedoseev is 1 pawn up. a4, rook to c2 with check, king to b5, g3, rook to g7, king to f4, a5, rook to b2 with check, king to c6, rook to a2, king to b6, e4, a6, e3, rook to f7 with check, king to e4, rook to e7 with check, king to f3, rook to f7 with check, king to g2, a7, e2, rook to e7, king to f2, rook to f7 with check, king to e3, rook to e7 with check, king to d2, rook to d7 with check, king to c1, rook to c7 with check, king to b1. And it was in this position, after 55 moves into the game, Magnus Carlsen has resigned the game to Vladimir Fedoseev, as there is nothing more to be done and he has run out of checks. So there was no way Carlsen can promote his pawn. Fedosev's rook on a2 will make sure this pawn will never get promoted, and he has 2 dangerous pass pawns, and Magnus Carlsen can't prevent those promotion. Foreseeing this, Magnus Carlsen has resigned the game after king to b1. And Slovenia went on to defeat Norway as well. Heartbreaking defeat for Magnus Carlsen. Norway's chances to end up on the top 3 is almost over, as they are placed 23, are placed in the 23rd position at the end of round 9, only with 2 rounds remaining now.